Siyempre, best foot forward ka dyan sa trabaho mo, sa boss mo, sa colleagues mo, sa barkada mo. Pero pag uwi mo, anong version ba yung nakikita ng mga anak mo? Ng pamilya mo? Yung pagod ba na version? So, parang for me, that's also being complacent. Because you just assume, okay lang naman to sa kanila eh. Ginagawa ko naman to, kaya ako nagtrabaho buong araw para sa kanila.
Naalala ko yung love eh. Pagdating ko ng bahay, I was so quiet. Kumain lang ako and then I went upstairs and then slept. Nung pagkagising ko ng umaga, when you woke up, sabi ko, let's process this because I acted differently on the dining table last night. Every time that we go home, set natin yung mind natin na pupunta ako or papasok ako sa mga importanteng tao sa buhay ko. No perfect marriages,
No filtered conversations,
just real life
real faith,
and learning how to stay afloat. Hey guys, and welcome back to Staying Afloat with VJ and Camille. So, Lovey, for today, we're going to be talking about, our title would be How Complacency Leads to Disconnect in Marriage.
How nice.
I know, kasi it says here, marriage doesn't usually fall apart in one dramatic moment.
Mhm.
Sometimes, it slowly drifts apart in the ordinary. No cheating, no huge fight, no major issue, just business, comfort assumptions, and it becomes routine.
Yeah.
And one day, you look at your spouse and think, when did we stop connecting?
Ganda.
Ganda.
Kasi itong complacency na to, love, ang danger dito is that it's silent. It's unintentional. It's like you don't really realize that it's already happening in your marriage. Para siyang invisible, but it's there.
Tama.
Mhm.
So our number one point, it says here, complacency makes us stop pursuing.
Mm-mm.
You know, one of the biggest dangers in marriage is thinking, okay, we're okay na.
Mm-mm.
Tayo na eh. We're married already. And it
Yes.
becomes a maintenance rather than being intentional with the marriage.
That's true. I want to ask you this, love. Do you agree when some people say na mas nakaka-challenge makuha pag hindi pa sa'yo?
Oo naman, syempre.
Especially for men?
Especially for, not only for men. Depende siguro sa character mo as a
Mhm.
person. Kumbaga, ikaw ba yung tao na you get challenged kapag gusto mong makuha yung isang bagay but you have to go through many challenges before mo siya makuha.
You call that a thrill seeker.
Yun.
You're
Yun
in
ba
for
yun?
the thrill.
Yun ba yun?
I think so.
Or you
there
like
are,
challenges?
yeah, or there are some people that they say, pag nakaka-excite, pag mahirap, parang you get challenged to a point that you're not gonna stop until you get it. And then once you already have it, corny na, wala nang challenge. Parang, alam mo yun, you become complacent kasi relax na eh, di ba? And I believe most marriages are like that.
Ako, love, I would say, somehow I felt that.
Really?
I felt that na parang, kasi alam mo naman, syempre nung nanliligaw ka, best foot forward, talagang you will give everything, the moon, the sun, the stars, the universe to the wife or to your partner doon sa nililigawan mo. Pero somehow mararamdaman mo rin na parang nagplateau, parang naging complacent ka na nga. Kasi nga nakuha mo na. And it takes, so much intentionality. Kasi nga, di ba, like our podcast, ang title nga nito, di ba, You Stay Afloat. Ngayon, kapag wala ka talagang ginawa doon sa marriage mo or kahit saang bagay, kahit saang aspects ng buhay mo, kapag wala kang ginawa, what happens? Mawawala siya, it will drift away again.
You will sink.
Or you will sink
Or
eventually.
you will drift, yeah. I think some of the practical ways that we see complacency in a marriage is just as simple as you no longer open the door for your wife. Kapag nangliligaw ka, girlfriend mo, buksan mo muna yung pintuan niya, sasara mo, tapos tsaka kaiigot dun sa side mo, tapos tsaka ka sasakay, things like that. I'm not saying that you're not doing that. You still are, love. And I appreciate it, na parang minsan, kaya ko naman, technically. But when you do that for me, parang it really makes me feel na ang intentional mo. Alam mo yon. Another thing is ito. Maybe, bato-bato sa langit. Ang tamaan pag magalit.
Okay.
Yung mga ganito, kapag sinusuyo mo pa, hatid sundo mo kahit malayo. Kapag asawa mo na, mag-grab ka na lang, mag-angkas ka na lang. And
Yeah.
it's real. It's real. And I believe that it's not because you no longer want to make an effort to do that. It's just that life happens. Alam mo yun, may mga bagay na hindi kita masusundo kasi may importanteng bagay akong kailangan gawin and stuff like that. But these are the little things that complacency shows in marriage.
Wala namang problema dun sa pag-grab. Wala namang problema sa pag-angkas kung talagang wala ng other option or wala ng choice. Pero kapag palagi mo nang ginagawa sa kanya, you tend to don't exert an effort sa marriage nyo eh.
That's good. That's really good. Ang pumasok sa isip ko, love, is yung ganito. Sorry na. Vice versa naman to. Yung parang ganito, yung okay lang kung may ginagawa ka, hindi mo ako masusundo. Pero kung hindi mo ako nasundo, pero nandun ka sa barkada mo,
Ayun.
hindi mo ako nasundo, pero pag uwi mo, sorry na guys, nagvi-video games. Ang sakit makita nun. Para sa wife na parang, syempre you're working, you're doing your part, somehow you're doing things that you feel like you need to do for the family, and then you come home hoping na, alam mo yun, and then pag uwi mo, may kita mo very chill and doing something that's technically not as important. Yun lang siguro yung parang medyo, alam mo yun, may kurot sa heart siguro.
Gets ko naman yun, love.
Yeah.
Walang effort eh. Walang intentionality.
So that, first is when we don't pursue each other. So how does that happen when you don't pursue your spouse? It's when you no longer ask, kamusta ka? Very routine love. I believe at one point in our marriage, we became like that. We only talk about kailangan ng toothpaste, kailangan mong bumili ng gatas. Pero I remember there was a time na parang yung isa sa mga heartaches ko is that alam kaya niya or gusto kaya nang tanongin yung kamusta ka, yung pagod ka ba, anong kailangan mo. Alam mo yung parang minsan bilang asawa, gusto mo ring magkwento sa asawa mo. But if hindi ma-establish yung relationship na yun, love, parang it feels awkward to even talk about it. So I think it's more on like conversations. Nag-uusap ba tayo? Are we connecting heart to heart? Rather than just talking about the daily life, our daily needs, our responsibilities, our obligations given yun. But are we connecting heart to heart? So how do we pursue each other? Like for me, love, the simple intentionality of making coffee for you. But lately, I haven't been doing that because you wake up extra early. For me, the things that I super appreciate, love.
Yun na lang, ano yung mga na-appreciate mo kapag ginagawa ko towards you?
Okay,
Yeah.
these are little things. When you charge my phone at night.
Okay.
Kasi parang minsan nakakalimutan ko palang i-charge yung phone ko. And I remember this was before and I was reminded to really thank you sa paggawa nun. Kasi when Nala and Nolan, mas maliit pa sila. So I would sleep beside them. So what you do, you charge my phone at night and then when you wake up, you put the phone at the foot of my bed so that when I wake up, I could easily reach it and text you na, love, I'm awake na. So sobrang na-appreciate ko yun kasi parang wow, para maisip niya yun na parang ilapit yung phone ko sa akin. That's one. The other recent thing that you did was that I was gonna prepare for a message and then we got home a little late and then I went to shower. Pagdating ko sa office, naka-on na yung aircon. And you were the one who turned it on. Malamang tayong dalawa lang yung nandito. So parang na-appreciate ko na parang wow, parang grabe yung naisip niya na parang, uy, gagamitin ni Lovie yung office. Buksan ko na para pagdating na dito malamig na. Yan. That's extra for me. It's a little thing, but it shows how much you care for me and how much you know me. Love, so what are the things that you appreciate about me?
Ako na-appreciate ko, love, talaga kapag pinagluluto mo ako ng pagkain at pag pinag-prepare mo ako ng pagkain.
Really?
Kasi nga, yun eh. Di ba sabi nga doon, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So kumbaga parang syempre, umuwi ka na from work, dami na nangyari sa'yo. And ayoko kasi nung parang pag umuwi ka, iisipin ko pa ngayon yung ano yung kakainin ko, ano yung kailangan kong gawin. Kasi nga, tumira ako mag-isa eh. So kapag may gumawa sa akin nun, talagang super appreciate ko. Hindi ko na kailangan mag-isip, kakain na lang ako.
Yeah. I see how your face lights up whenever you see me in the kitchen.
Oh,
Like you're extra happy when I'm in the kitchen.
kasi nga hindi ko na kailangan isipin. And
Yung parang, nasa kusina ka.
comfort ko talaga yan, love. Yun talaga yung inuuwian mo na anong makakain sa house.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, doon ako napapamper eh.
So what's the last food that you like that I prepared?
Yung tinuro ko rin sa'yo.
Yan, hindi. I mean, the one that I prepared, yun, binilin mo yun sa akin.
Yung chicken paprika. Baked chicken paprika. Gustong-gusto ko yun. Kasi nga, sarap eh. Malasa, chicken. So, may protein,
Yeah.
malasa. Pero kung baga ako, sinasabi ko rin kay Lavi yung mga gusto ko. Para yun yung, kasi syempre, alam ko na, kakainin ko naman yun kung ano yung nakaprepare doon. Pero syempre, may preference ako. So, mas gusto ko yung gusto ko.
I appreciate clarity.
Yeah.
Mahirap manghula. Diba?
Communicate ko kung ano yung gusto ko.
Yes.
Hindi yung nag-prepare yung wife mo tapos, ano ba yan? Ba't ngayon prepare mo? Hindi ko magusto yan. Diba?
One of the things also that you can continue to pursue each other is kapag naglalandian pa rin kayo.
Grabe naman yung...
Totoo naman. I mean, hello, you should be
Joke lang.
flirting with your spouse.
Gusto ko yun. Palagi kong ginagawa kay Camille yan. Gagawin ko pa yan kapag yung nasa public place kami na may bubulong ako sa kanya na kami lang yung nagkakaintindihan. Tapos yung scenario pa nun, yung medyo... Ikaw mag-share.
We have this like inside joke. Ganyan.
Yeah.
So ako kasi, parang hirap akong itago yung reactions ko. Like, I don't know, mabilis ako matawa and stuff like that. So, minsan naharutin niya ako sa escalator. Minsan kapag sa harap ng mga tao, may mga sasabihin siya ng mga bagay. Tapos ako yung parang, I cannot believe that you're saying that at this very moment. And the last time that we did that was we attended an event. We were guests at an event. And then we were shooting reels. I remember we were shooting reels. And then, in-interview kami. So, nilagyan kami ng mic. Nilagyan kami ng mic. And then, after ng mic, nakalimutan namin ibalik. So, we went back to shooting reels, ganyan. So, dapat doon parang, interact. And then, he was saying stuff. And then I go, may mic tayo. Tapos, nagpanic talaga siya. Sabi ko, but I think naka-off naman na. But do you remember that?
Oo, love. Yung pinawisan talaga sa akin. Shucks. Asan na yung babae na yun? Nag-record pa ba?
Oo, nag-record pa ba? But you
So,
know
sana
what?
hindi.
Hindi, I don't think it was. But, ganun, parang I think it makes our relationship and our marriage extra fun, di ba? Na parang, pangalawa, you're only technically legally allowed to flirt with your spouse. So please, make an effort to do that. And I speak for the wives, don't be corny. Kung yung husbands nyo, hinaharot kayo, or parang tinitis kayo, or flirting with you, enjoy it and sakyan nyo din kasi, di ba, kaysa sa iba sila makipaglandian. So parang for me, those are one of the things na parang gets namin na, alam mo yun, we only do that to each other. Sometimes he would do that in front of the kids. Di ba? Alam mo yun, love. So parang,
sa family members.
so ganun. And parang it's our thing. And I'm glad that we still get to do that and enjoy that. There.
Intimacy ba to?
Hindi
Hindi ba?
landian lang to naman.
Kala ko intimacy. Papunta
Okay.
na ako dun eh.
That's for another topic. And that's like one of our highest views. Intimacy. Okay, next point, love. When complacency replaces communication with assumption. Ina-assume mo na parang, okay lang yan. Okay lang yan sa kanya, hindi ko na siya kailangang tanungin. And one of the things that this happens or shows up in a marriage is for us, love, ha? I know you can validate this. One of the things that sometimes I become complacent in is scheduling.
Scheduling, okay.
Na parang minsan, kunwari magsischedule ako ng mga ganitong bagay, tas hindi kita matatanong. And then parang, there were times before that this used to be a conflict in us, I overschedule. So napupuno yung mga days and you'd be like, dami mo namang ginagawa, masyado ka naman atang busy, so where's your time for the family? So sometimes when you just assume na okay lang to sa kanya. And it was when we also I learned that everything that I need to do, I need to check with my husband first. I always align my schedules with you. Even for personal things that I do, I let him know. And he does the same for me. Na love, ito yung lakad ko bukas. And not to control each other, definitely not. Because you are free to, Lovey loves to play golf. That's his thing. Ako naman usually mga pilates, pickleball, stuff like that. But we always align our schedule. We don't assume na okay lang yan.
Tama. Naalala ko yung panahon na yun na almost especially in the sa work, sa ministry, hindi niya talaga ako ina-align. So I'm like, every time na nakikita ko yung schedule naming dalawa, dati pa nga hindi kami aligned, hindi niya pa ako tinatag sa email ko para kahit nasan kami, love, sabi ko, you just have to tag me on may email para at least align pa rin tayo.
Or
Kasi
calendars.
ako naman, ang gusto ko, isa sa umaga, isa sa hapon, tapos na. Siya, yata ang gusto niya, meron sa umaga, meron bago magtanghalian, meron sa noon, afternoon, hanggang gabi. So ako, ayoko naman nung ganun. Kasi I am super overwhelmed with schedules. Kumbaga parang we are focused too much on the work, sa ministry work, sa hobbies. Ngayon to the point na nawo-burn out ako na hindi ko tuloy mabigay yung 100% ko kay Lovey.
Right. Totoo yun. So it's very important for us na we don't just assume that it's okay. Alam mo yun, maintindihan naman na yan. Para naman to sa family and stuff like that. We talk about it and we always align. And one of the reasons why we do that is because we alternate our time with our children. If Lovey is away in the morning, I'm home. When he comes home, then that's when I will do something. Pero as much as possible, as much as we can, dapat may naiiwan sa mga anak namin. Or I bring them, or he brings them, pero we always align that way. Another thing, love, is that, syempre, we've been married for 9 years now.
Okay.
And who I was before, who you were before, is very different from who you are now. Pati yung mga needs mo, nag-iiba. So, let's not also forget to check in on our spouses. Kamusta ka? What are your needs right now? What are you struggling with? Especially because nandito na tayo sa season na we're very much aware of mental health. So, it's sad when our spouse, the one closest to us, hindi natin ma-share sa kanila kung ano yung mga struggles natin emotionally and mentally.
Mhm.
And I believe those are one of the things that I should be able to tell you. And I remember there was one time, love, that I recently experienced anxiety and I experienced negative thoughts in my mind. Tapos talagang yung reality nun, love, hindi ko talaga siya masabi sa'yo. Yung parang feeling ko, baka mawirdohan sa akin yung asawa ko pag sinabi ko to. But I know I had to tell you. Kasi kung kaya kong sabihin sa ibang tao, dapat mas kaya ko yung sabihin sa'yo. So, don't be complacent in checking with your spouse. How they feel, what they're going through. They may be going through a silent battle that you do not know. They may seem okay from the outward, doing things that they need to do, routine. Pero, na-check nyo na ba kung kamusta sila? So, that's our role too, as husbands and wife, to make sure that we know each other from inside out.
So okay, now we are now on point number 3. It says here, complacency makes us invest everywhere but except our marriage. We have all the time in the world, trabaho, 100%, boom, doon ka, you show up. Hobbies mo, ginagawa mo yan palagi. Minsan nga, nauuna pa yan sa lahat ng bagay. And family, yung friends mo, relationships, and then pagdating mo ngayon sa marriage, ang nangyayari, leftovers na lang. So ano yung mga dapat nating ginagawa, love, for us to, hindi tayo mapunta doon, na hindi maging leftover kapag dating sa marriage? What are the practical things na ginagawa dapat natin?
First, for me, I believe is time management. Sabi nga nila, love, show me your calendar and I will tell you what your priorities are.
Show
Because
me your
the
calendar.
thing is, I may say that my priority is my family. But if my calendar says otherwise, then it's not real for me.
Mm.
Iba kasi yung priority na nasa isip mo, iba naman yung ginagawa mo. So kung priority ko yung pamilya ko, dapat mas marami akong oras sa family ko rather than other things. I may say I prioritize my family but I'm busy working 5 times a week with how many hours a day. So I think doon siya pumapasok, love eh. Second is this one. Pag umuuwi ka ba, after, other people, they get the best version of who you are. Kasi syempre, best foot forward ka dyan sa trabaho mo, sa boss mo, sa colleagues mo, sa barkada mo. Pero pag uwi mo, anong version ba yung nakikita ng mga anak mo? Ng pamilya mo? Yung pagod ba na version? Yung masungit ba na version? So parang for me, that's also being complacent. Because you just assume, okay lang naman to sa kanila eh. Ginagawa ko naman to, kaya ako nagtrabaho buong araw para sa kanila. So kung mapagod man ako at ganito man yung ugaling ipakita ko, tanggapin nila kasi ginawa ko to lahat para sa kanila.
Nice. Just to piggyback on what you said, nararamdaman ko yan before eh. And I'm sure napakita ko yan sa inyo. Na kapag dating ko ng bahay, somehow, hindi na ako nagsasalita. Somehow, masungit ako. Especially, yung mga noise na nangyari sa akin, di ba? Pero I learned that kapag dating mo ng bahay, you have to wear your dad or your father or your husband hat. Kung nasa labas ka, you were fighting to provide, fighting for everything just to provide for your family. But always remind yourself that yung difference between urgent and important. At the end of the day, you are a dad. At the end of the day, you are the husband first before mo gawin itong mga bagay na yun. Kasi, naalala ko in love eh. Pagdating ko ng bahay, I was so quiet. Kumain lang ako and then I went upstairs and then slept. But again, what happened there was, nung pagkagising ko ng umaga, when you woke up, sabi ko, let's process this because I acted differently on the dining table last night. And then we process it. Nakita yun nila Nala and Nolan. Sabi ko, when they woke up, sabi niya, Daddy, Mommy. Sabi ko na sa kanila, Mommy and I are processing things. Give us a moment. And then when they saw us, nakita nila tayo, love, magkayakap dun sa balcony. Nagpray tayo together and they were with us. So reminder lang, no? I know, the pressure, the challenges outside the world. Hirap eh. Pero let's remind ourselves for the husbands and the father that every time that we go home, set natin yung mind natin na pupunta ako or papasok ako sa mga importanteng tao sa buhay ko. This is more than your work. Whatever you do, always put on your husband and father cap.
I love that, love.
Mm.
And you give the best version to the people who matter most to you. Diba? So I guess that's it. No, really. I think that's how we end this episode. The danger with complacency is that it shows itself unannounced. Hindi mo siya mapapansin. It sneakily enters your marriage. Unknowingly, hindi mo alam na nagagawa mo na siya. And by the time you figure out that you have been complacent, medyo malalim na yung problema or magulo na. So mapapatanong ka na, how did we end up here? Bakit tayo umabot sa ganito? Because of the one small things that you continually do, nagko-compound siya every single day. So hindi mo namamalayan na pupunta ka na pala doon. So how do we protect this? Be intentional. Protect date nights, diba? If this is something that you no longer do as husband and wife, at least try to do it once a month. Diba? It doesn't have to be big. I like it when VJ brings me out or takes me out, even to just our favorite ihaw-ihaw place. Malapit lang yun. Minsan, grocery. Basta dalawa lang kami. Happy na ako dyan kasi we get to talk. And yun naman yung mahalaga. Makapagkwentuhan kami, makapag-connect kami. Doesn't have to be major. So, compliment your spouse, 'di ba? Don't stop complimenting them just because alam niya na 'yan. Alam naman na talaga pero iba pa rin pag naririnig mong nanggagaling sa asawa mo.
Okay, add lang natin to. Fun to eh.
Okay, let's
Fun
do
discussion. Ano lang to, 5 questions lang.
this. Okay.
So, this is just a fun discussions, couple questions tayo, love.
Okay.
Are we growing close or just coexisting?
Okay.
So, we just have to rate ourselves. 1 lowest, 5 highest. Okay?
So show of hands.
Okay, sige.
Okay.
We laugh together often. We know what's stressing the other lately.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know, but I
Okay.
should ask, yeah.
We intentionally spend time together. We feel emotionally connected. I hope so.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. High five ako. We pursue each other. Maybe nagkukulang ako.
Ah, talaga?
Maybe. Or
Hindi ba yan ako yung nagkukulang?
Ay, hindi. Sagot ko to eh.
Ah, okay.
We still pursue each other. I still pursue her. Pero I feel like nagkukulang ako because of the busyness of everything.
Yeah.
So yun. Thank you.
That's nice. Yes. So don't be complacent. Be intentional. Diba? So that's it for today's episode of Staying Afloat. We'll see you on the next one.
Marriage, parenting, and life don't come with a manual.
But conversations like these make the journey a little lighter.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time,
Keep staying afloat.